Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Kelvin. I'm back with another movie review redo. For those that don't know, I have a segment called Movie Review Redo, and it's basically me reviewing movies that I didn't get the chance to review because I didn't have this platform to do it in. So, just like in the title credits, the movie that I'm reviewing is a movie called A Band Called Death. And I came across this movie maybe a year ago or so. But before I actually came into the movie, before I moved here to Paducah, a friend of mine gave me this CD of all this music that featured African American rock bands, and one of the albums he gave me was this band called Death, and I started listening to it, and it sounded like really old school, but it was so good. It was just so raw and so just amazing. And then it was just like to find out that not only that these guys were three African American blood brothers, but they kind of predated punk. And so, it's like, I understand, people like the Sex Pistols and the Ramones and Velvet Underground and Bad Brains, and everybody gets this credit, but it's almost like, if it wasn't for Death, like they're the first punk band. They predated punk, and this came at a time where these three brothers, Dennis, Bobby, and David, were living in Detroit. They grew up in Detroit. That Motown sound is coming through, and these guys decided to do something different. These guys, grew up with stuff like The Who and Alice Cooper, and it was just amazing to see this film because, the popularity of this group really grew, just like in this time period. This in 2015, 14, somewhere in that time, it was just like people ended up rediscovering this music that has been lost, and they rediscovered this music, and it brought them back because unfortunately David passed away, and Dennis and Bobby created a reggae band. So they had been known for doing reggae music, and then all of a sudden this comes into play. Bobby's son ends up creating a band called Rough Francis to play Death's music. Death was innovative. They were creative. They were masters of their craft, and you can tell it in their music. And this movie not only chronicles that, but it also chronicles their life. It chronicles David's alcoholism, his just wanting to get the music and no one believing in them because they were a black band playing metal music or punk music. And this movie was just so fascinating. I loved it from beginning to end. If you guys have not seen this movie, please track this movie down. When I saw it, it was on Netflix. I don't believe it's on Netflix anymore, but please track this movie down and watch this amazing piece of art. This movie is it's amazing, and I love it from beginning to end, and I bet you guys will too. So you guys hit us up on Facebook at We Do Movies, and until then, we'll see you next time. Peace.